Describe a time when you had to do something in a hurry. You should say what you were doing, when this was, why you had to hurry, and explain how you felt at that time. I guess I could begin by saying something about what I were doing, so I think I would have to choose a trip with some colleagues while I was working in a previous job. Going on to my next point, which is when this was, I really need to add that it was a Monday morning about 5 years ago. A group of us had to catch an early flight, and a senior member of our department had volunteered to drive us to the airport. I was supposed to be ready and waiting to be picked up from my home at 5:30 a.m. and my colleague had asked me to look out for his car so that he didn't have to ring my doorbell. And now, with reference to why I had to hurry, the point I want to make here is that the problem was that I overslept. I had set my alarm, but somehow I must have turned it off and carried on sleeping. Suddenly, at 5:30 a.m., my doorbell rang and I looked over at my alarm clock. I immediately realized what had happened, and I sprang out of bed and got dressed in record time. I splashed some water on my face, quickly brushed my teeth, and put my shoes on without properly tying the laces. Then I picked up my suitcase and coat and left the house. And in conclusion, if I have the time to answer the question of how I felt at that time, really I should mention that I can still remember the moment when the doorbell woke me up and I saw the time. I was filled with a sense of panic and fear as I realized that my colleagues were waiting outside. Then, when I left my house and walked towards the awaiting car, I felt so embarrassed because it was obvious that I hadn't been ready on time.